difficult to actually get your hands on. And I wanted a place that people can actually go to, go looking for something, and probably find it.
I mean, I'm a regular customer just for alchemical supplies, so believe me, it's
Exactly.
a tremendous help. I just spent 2 gold on full restock. Which on my salary is quite a lot.
I need to see if I can find someone who's looking to buy junk, though. I'm noticing that on these little side jobs, I keep ending up with like a backpack full of just random things.
What's the weirdest
Scrappers.
thing
What do you have?
I'm curious.
Well, I haven't done too much so far. Let's see. So there's the 2 healing pots. There's the 2 mana pots. There's the weird stick figure looking dude. Let's see. Ooh, got 2 family earrings. Apparently, it was from a dead wife. The husband didn't want it anymore because it gave him bad memories. So just have that now.
You can sell that to the pawn shop at Meat Rack.
It's a knife holster, but not the knife. It's really depressing on that one.
Oh, these are the updated ones.
Let's see. Ooh,
It throws
gnome boots.
2.5k gold.
Really small. Can't really do anything but gnome boots. So kind of
Can you give them to your daughter?
Gnome boots. I'll clean them. Let's see. Glasses that when I look through them, everything looks really weird. I don't know if anyone wants to check these out.
Like
I'll check it out.
I don't know.
I now realize the pricing
Let
for
the magical
adamantite.
acquisitions person.
It's magic site.
Adamantite is extraordinarily
5k
expensive.
gold.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Ooh.
congratulations!
It's a-
You have glasses that see exactly what I see on a constant.
You need like 4 to 5 pieces to make a good
Here,
piece of
let me
chest
see
plate.
him.
You're gonna get flashbanged by blue.
Oh,
Can I see?
What?
now I'm curious.
Oh, this was actually really cool. You're just gonna see all the
Look
mana
at
in the
the
area.
turn.
Good look at that.
Oh my god.
Apparently they were trying to magically enchant their sword and missed.
Oh.
You see exactly what I see on a constant through those
Also,
glasses.
Conan, I
You
just
see
realized-
the makeup of my potions looking through these.
Ooh, that would be important.
Could I just realize how good is the mana in the mana
Do you
crystals
want
it?
that have been
Keep
sprouting
How much
out?
do you
No,
want
keep
for
those
them?
for yourself.
It is
They're
pure.
good.
Huh? For me?
I'm not.
Oh.
How much would you want?
As far as I can
for them?
tell.
You don't want them because
I don't really have any way I
you.
could really use them. Well.
Like I said, they're free to break. I think they'll pay you if you break them. I think.
I need to get into the keep and break
What
the
would you price
crystals.
them at if you were selling them here?
Definitely not in the keep. Please don't break those.
Because that is a magic item.
Those are definitely
I
the
mean the ones by the trees.
I'd say 1k
It's really
credits.
bad because of the flood here.
No, actually
That
3k
one made
credits.
my phone act up.
Yeah.
So 30 gold.
Oh, that doesn't
You know,
sound
I
like a
actually
lot
should
when you put
test
it in
the ones
gold.
in the keep.
I mean,
It
One-
keep
sucks.
in
I
mind
tried
for
taking a
most
picture
people,
of
like,
one and it
2 gold
almost
pieces is a
shorted out
year's
my phone
wages.
entirely.
And
In
Oh.
terms of, I guess,
My
like
phone-
purity,
my phone is
would
This
you
is
say
from an
that
elderly
it's high
man who
mana
said that these
purity?
glasses were god awful and didn't work for him,
Yes,
and
but the
I think I kind of
but it's
understand it a little bit
pure,
more now.
Not good.
Well, I mean by the ones here, not the ones in.
Oh no, these are
keep.
fine.
I would
There's
just
a
like
lot.
to see magic.
Here, how about
Blue.
this? If
You're
I
seeing it right now.
need some potions
Whole lot of
made,
blue.
Why is magic
out.
blue?
I can absolutely do that.
okay,
It's a lot of colors, but in its natural state, it's blue.
Yeah,
Why do you think all the mana potions are blue? Hmm?
I've never seen a mana potion. I've only seen a few mana potions actually.
These are just
Yeah, they'd
regular
be blue
mana
then.
crystals. There's nothing bad
My
about
hand's
them.
misbehaving. I'll just put them in my
How
pocket
pure
for
are
now
they,
and not sit
or how
down.
high grade are they?
yeah. All good.
Um,
Oh,
Low, medium,
by the
or
way,
high?
They're
You can call me Helmet.
unrefined.
Coda.
So they're
Pleasure to meet
pretty.
pleasure to meet you, Coda.
I can't say high quality, but they are definitely full of magic. But not to the point where it's going to be volatile. Hence why there are still some sticking out of the ground. And why I'm not constantly having the Praetorians digging them out. But they're unrefined mana crystals. So.
Theoretically, they can be 100 to 250 a piece.
It is just raw mana.
I reckon with the mana overflow, though, mana crystals are probably going to drop down in price.
Yeah, no, because there are so many, and they're constantly sprouting out of the ground. And by God, the tunnels under these islands full of mana crystals, I kind of just said fuck it, and if people want to take the crystals, they...
But
I want
hear
to
me
chew
out.
on them.
Trade secrets.
Yeah, buddy.
Like the cat.
I already get so many just this already in
Coda,
I could
save so much money on enchantments if we don't have to pay $250 a pop for crystals.
I'll go get the hammers.
Where the fuck are you going to pay $250 for mana crystals?
Well, 2 gold, 5 silver for mana crystal.
I am
Well,
fluxing
highly refined ones tend to go for like $250 for gold.
Well, yeah, of course. That's highly refined.
We sell
These aren't
standard mana
refined.
crystals here for 50 credits, which is like
That's
5 silver.
5 silver.
Yeah.
5 silver.
Yeah, that's how much we sell. That's how much
so
now
dirt
beginning to
cheap.
realize just how
We
much
sell
you
standard mana
underprice
crystals
compared to
here.
everyone else.
It's
No
not that I
wonder there's no other
underprice.
magic. No wonder there's no other magical
I
acquisition
want this
spaces. They
stuff to
can't
be
stay in business when you
available.
undercut them so heavily.
I
No wonder
want
we're the only
I
ones.
want the stuff to
What?
be available for people.
Well, I think it also has to do with the fact that, like, for a lot of locations you guys are probably going to, they're not giant floating magic stores. You know what I mean? Where getting some of these things might be a little bit easier. Whereas, like, going to the nearest town and some poor bastard had to
I could
fucking like
save
carry
so
a whole
much
fucking
money
thing like
in
5
the
miles.
shop by just
He's
going
probably
to
gonna
the
price it a bit
Wiccarium.
more.
I thought you already did.
Uphill both
I already
ways.
buy all our alchemical supplies here.
What was that?
No, I
Yeah,
went
he
to
had to
other
go uphill
merchants that I
both
had made
ways.
relations
Oh.
with, and even then, even with the
bet he had
discounts,
something to
Here,
say
would
about
you
it
owe
every
me a gold.
And snowstorms.
I bought the restock
In
for the shop
Barefoot.
while I was in
Yep,
there.
they're always in the
Got it.
snowstorms.
I
I'll take
actively
the L
sell
on the
Yeah,
top
it was
of
always
the
snowing where I was
Praetorians
from. Did I tell you where I live?
Kelfall with
It's on a
shipments
giant
of stuff
corpse, right?
That people are buying
Yes,
from
on the
here.
knee, because it's snowing on the
On the
knee.
knee,
I
yep.
get shit from
Yep,
here
on
all
the
the
knee.
time.
I was just
Okay.
here, so I
Listen.
got it in person instead of ordering it.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, right?
Yeah, sort of,
If you
yeah.
want to start hacking
Seems
away
like
at the
something you-
mana crystals that are sitting around here,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
I
Sword.
just tell you to be careful, because if you don't do it right, they will explode.
So you couldn't
There's
tell where I
really
was from was
not
already
a
kind of
crystal
weird
in
because
the
the grass
probably
wasn't
missing
green
my
and we have
eyebrows.
apple blood.
No, you're not gonna miss your eyebrows. You're gonna have a rock embedded in you.
Where I am from, there
We
is
were there
no
for that part of the
grass.
It wouldn't
conversation.
be the first time.
I wonder if
Oh, wait, this is useless against you.
To sort of,
I just realized that.
Not useless. I can
Well,
still
okay, so your
get
transmutation
hypothermia
is
and stuff,
different.
but like it's just a lot more difficult.
I don't recommend trying to use magic on the magic rocks that are already full of magic.
It's good to know,
Do
actually.
you know what does work on me though? Your
Application of
SMGs.
acid to see if it'll break loose.
That's why I don't shoot you with them.
You're more
I don't
Funny
shoot a lot of
that.
my friends with them, actually.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, you could use the same.
Sometimes people do overthink
for,
about
like, making the glass,
how to deal with people sometimes. Just
slowly filing off and at a
try the
break point.
mundane stuff
Well, I
first,
mean-
Well, that's scoring
then
a
get more
breakpoint, yeah.
esoteric once things go on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those
well,
glasses,
luckily I'm
I
not really
wonder if
looking
the
how
protection
to
is
hurt my
required.
friends. Normally it's how
Yeah.
to hurt the opposition.
That'd be handy.
But there
You
might
could-
be a white
you could
dragon.
slowly
Actually,
take
I
in the
definitely know the
lenses
fact there's a
and
white dragonborn out there
instilling them into-
that is on the opposite side.
or placing them into a goggle.
Then again, he is an
probably have to
immortal
acknowledge the
undead
lenses
monstrosity that just can crush people easily, apparently.
It was so weird. It was like there were
Um,
no words, but I understood.
Well, luckily I have
everything
laser
that was
Uzis
inside
and
the
a
box.
thermal blade. So
And like
Color
obviously, I
coordinated.
make these. I
My
make these,
sister had
so
a
I
gun
know
that
what
shoots
they're
golf
like. I know
ball
what they have
size
in
holes
them.
for
So I looked
people,
at
and
it.
it only stunned him.
I could theoretically just like
Oh,
figure out
okay.
the alphabet of
Well,
weird colors.
good thing I'm
that it
fast.
puts there.
Yeah,
Also,
a good thing I'm fast. I've seen
Magic
him.
is
I
usually
could
color
see
coordinated.
He has a
all
fucking
of the colors.
He has a fucking throne.
I'm colorblind, for the record.
Oh.
Actually, I didn't tell you
I
about
could
that
see the
place.
colors that I normally
And
can't see
alright,
with
so
those on. That's why I was.
here's the
trying to
entire
see
thing.
if
Actually, we're gonna
take
go
it
over this.
back.
Sorry, it's time for. I understand you're having a fun magical
I'm
adventure, but it's time for
surprised,
the
'cause
crushing
you're
realities of
theoretically
Saphira to step
looking
back
at
in.
Magic, so I probably overrides.
So,
Yeah, it was weird. It was really
the
weird.
you know how
because
usually when
I constantly
stuff
see
gets
magic,
uncovered,
so I'm used
it's like all hush hush. I realize
to it,
there's
so when I
literally
don't
no
see
info hazard
magic,
with
I'm
this.
like,
There's
oh,
nothing
everything is so much
issue of me
less
sharing it, so I'm just gonna
saturated.
tell everyone I
What
come
the
across
fuck?
about this.
I just,
There is
like, for
a member
context,
of
without
the
those on,
baddie
I
stab
thought
murder
that the
people cult.
red parts of your
I
hand
can't say
were
the name.
same
You know
color
why?
as the rest of your hand, just slightly brighter.
That is
Like I can't see red.
an dead member who has been resurrected
I see
through a
it.
fucked
I
up
get it.
ritual, I think.
They're technically. I mean, my hand is
They are
brown and
undead.
My
A very
glowy
big
bits
blue and
are.
dry.
Effectively immortal. We haven't tried killing them yet, but they are basically mortal to mundane equipment, as far as I'm
Blue is the
aware.
only color that I can see
But then
correctly
again,
now
it was
that I've
only
taken
shot.
these
He was only
glasses
shot
off, and
like
this
I
revelation
don't know,
is
20,
probably
15
gonna be
times.
very detrimental to my existence going forward. Blue is the only color that I see correctly.
I was expecting to hear this eventually, so this doesn't really crush me as badly as you might think it was. I was
No,
kind of
fair, you
expecting us
actually-
to eventually start running into.
Yeah, it is a crazy
You know-
cult,
you
so
know-
fair.
I could definitely.
I mean, like eventually we start running into like commanders, sergeants, lieutenants, leadership of some kind. I was kind of expecting things to kind of get all out of whack.
The colors
Yeah,
in
that's fair.
relation to the element
Well,
are pretty straightforward.
I'm not sure. I
like
guess.
like a
I mean,
dark green. Or
never
browns
did anyone
is
say-
earth,
yeah,
light
it didn't-
Greens is necromancy.
It
Red
didn't
is
seem like it was ever
fire,
ordering anything. It seemed like it was
dark
being
blue's
worshipped.
water. It's really straightforward once you start.
Yeah, but it's a cult. I've never not once faced a cult and not started to start dealing with some things that kind of start getting a little bit out of whack, even in D0.
So you know, the weird part is they kind of look like me.
But that's gonna be so helpful for diagnosing.
They have the
crimes
same
I've never
horns.
witnessed in the wilderness. I don't need to go find a
But
local.
Snowscale
like
says
what they
that
call
that's-
plants and what they do.
that
I can
my
just look
horns
at
are,
it and
like,
go,
not the
"Oh,
most
it's
uncommon
equivalent
thing."
to this."
Yeah, that's one of the weird things with magic
least,
sight
like,
is that
Dragon
by,
Ball
by
was
using
my type of
magic
horns.
sight, it kind of just tells.
Apparently
you
That's alright.
as
I'll
well
know
That's a
which
little
one's you
system.
and which one's them.
This.
Yeah.
This.
I mean,
Like,
I've
even
seen
with the
them.
color
They're
grade.
like.
No fear.
Well, I didn't see their face, but I saw their overall shape. They're a lot more bulky
Maybe I'll
than
actually
me.
find one that's capable of doing what I need.
Apparently, according
Yeah, it
to
won't be-
my little sister,
Probably will,
they've
though,
got
given that
like
the only
white
solution I could
eyes,
think of alchemically was technically a poison.
like milky white eyes, like dead eyes.
But I don't want to be using
And,
poison to heal someone.
Okay.
I can help it.
I mean, to be fair, if you
Yeah,
just
the
see like a
back of a
tall
situation.
dragonborn that's really bulky, power walking towards
And
you,
now I also need to find a way to stop
not
people
saying
from
anything,
absorbing
and looks like he's gonna
mana
try and
because
kill you,
certain
you could
parts
probably
of the
submit
flood,
him.
it's not good.
Oh, and
Mm.
also white robes.
think
White
I'm
robes,
just gonna
and
do it,
I'm
'cause I gave
pretty
them
sure
a
there was the
quirky,
iconography
wacky
of their deity on
theory.
there, so wouldn't be too hard to miss them.
I have a quirky, wacky theory about what's going on with the magic.
Okay.
but I need to be right back.
These are things I will keep note of. Ooh. You make sure of a couple of things. Do you have any mana pots?
No.
Here. Probably
No,
need
wait,
more than
wait,
I do.
wait. I don't use mana.
So how do you recharge? Question mark.
I relax. I sleep. I rest. No. Okay. All right.
Well, what about
Okay,
like during
So-
during confrontation is more so what I mean. Sorry.
Oh. I don't.
Once I've used
So are you
all the
just
magic,
always
that's
good?
it.
There's gotta be a
Okay.
way to do that.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
alchemy
All
brain
right.
kicked in.
Story time moment. Story time. No one was here. You were here.
What? For a guest?
My magic phlegm.
Oh.
Magic
Ye-
phlegm.
Yeah, okay. So, I
Biomancer.
I have
Oh.
a sack of bile attached to my heart, and it's magical bile and phlegm, and my like it's unconscious, but if I mix it together a certain way, things like this can happen.
Oh.
Think of a Komodo dragon that's not poisonous but magical.
Okay, so
That is
if
far too good an
during
analogy.
if during combat you run out, you can't really do anything about that.
I wonder. Okay, this is a
No,
really
but-
dumb
but
theory. I wonder
I,
if high
like, I've
cholesterol
never-
foods would
I've
like,
never
impact
run out
on
before,
production.
cause like
Problem.
I don't know.
about this
It's
too.
like I don't know. It's like how much like physical energy I have. You know, it's
It's like running out of
Huh.
stamina while
Is
fighting.
Is there any? I've seen like ones that are meant for healing and ones that are meant for mana. Are there any like energy drink-esque potions?
There are
Yeah, it's called
stamina
Monster
potions,
Energy.
That is a thing. I wonder if a stamina potion would have the effect of a mana potion on you.
well, I don't know yet.
Things that are worth
If you'd
testing.
ever like to find out, we can try. I do have some on me, but I'm not going to force you to take it. It's entirely your decision.
I don't feel like exhausting
Experimentation.
myself right now. So
Actually, do we have anybody in the party who really needs mana potions?
I use
Do you
mana
need them?
potions.
I don't. I make them, but I don't need them. I make them for everybody else in my party.
Oh shit! Well, I guess we'll just hang
Oh,
on to
you?
the two.
Is he,
uh,
are they also
Shipping
coming
potions.
troll hunting with us?
Would you like to join?
I would love to actually. That would be very, very helpful. But sorry, I got confused. I'm also a member of another party already. I just didn't clue in.
Oh, right.
Well, luckily this isn't like a permanent party kind of thing, but for this troll hunting.
It's just a group of people who vaguely know each other. I mean, actually,
Yeah, just a group of people who want to go.
I know you're called Fern, and I know you're from a
Any
weird
troll
place,
sack.
and you cast magic using your
yep.
a sack in your heart.
I'm Fern. I have a sack next to my heart. I cast magic, and I lived on a knee of a giant corpse.
That's so metal.
Hey, it's still a kick-ass story. Actually, can I trade you
and
my
the
2
grass
mana
is
pots
red
for some
there.
stamina?
Ooh.
Stamina pots, by any
Yeah, we can
chance?
do that. I'd need to test the potency, but that'll be a me problem later.
It's only 2 smaller ones, so
Yeah,
Here you
here.
go.
Oh, I heard what you were saying about food. There's a difference between like the bile and
Two
bile for,
like
eating,
vibrant green bottles.
ooh, thank you.
It kind of tastes like mint.
Best in wet citrus fruits and
They look like
It's
taste
like
like wet
spearmint
grass.
when you drink it.
that's mainly for digestion.
It's always
No.
either mint or
No,
like
if it tastes
orange
like
juice.
grass, it's a poison. Don't drink it.
Oh, okay, I'll keep that in
Understood.
mind.
Fingers that you brought are actually
So a
growing
very,
pretty
very
well.
common neurotoxin that alchemists make tastes like sweetgrass.
Oh, I'm gonna keep that locked in there.
Same here.
It's rather simple to synthesize an antidote for it if you know what you're doing. But yeah, sweetgrass. Not fun. It won't kill you, but
Okay.
it'll incapacitate you really quickly.
Okay. So
I really
if
hate
you
being
realize that
incapacitated.
you've been dosed. If you realize you've been dosed with it, you've got about 5 to 10 minutes before you pass out.
okay. So do you mostly use like a firearm? Do you use like a fancy magic weapon?
Chakrams. Already shown it off.
Oh, sorry. Was asking them.
I use a revolver, but I also use magic and a silvered sword.
Shit, understood.
Yeah. In my case, I use the very, very small amount of magic affinity I have to make these bounce back to me off of rocks and stuff. My affinity's for earth magic. I'm just not very good at magic.
Fair. I don't even know what
But I
type
can
of
at the
magic
very
I'm
least
good at.
guarantee they
My-
always bounce back.
My revolver is an arcane firearm, so I can use specialized rounds that cast spells to be fired to it.
That's
It's
sick as
also
hell.
the traditional ammunitions that we make.
I
That too.
just do
I tend to
healing
use
and
most of the
barriers,
traditional
but I
mages.
can throw my barrier at someone like a brick.
I mean, that works.
I like the
Probably very
energy.
effective.
I mean,
I
do
like
I
the
have to
energy.
explain what I do to people, or do you think can you just guess by looking at me?
You cut.
You cut things real good.
Yeah, I stab
Arcane
things with a
trickster.
sword. No, I stab things with a sword. I'm a guy from Saphira.
Fair enough.
Well, technically I am too, but
Yeah, you also cut things with a sword.
You're both from the Death City. Good God.
Yeah, do we look like it?
yeah, but
I used to live there.
Well,
this is
you
kind of yeah. I mean, mind you, I do have an entire like biker uniform and stuff that I normally wear and use with a thermal blade, but when I started coming out here and learning all of this stuff, I was like, you know, this could be weirdly good therapy for me. So
a good change.
got a whole new outfit, took away the technology and stuff, and I'm starting fresh whenever it comes to this kind of stuff.
I used to save money by melting down the scrap parts I found in junkyards and using them as ingots.
Sounds about right.
There's a
Sounds
lot of
like
good
something
scrap
Bucky would
that
do.
they just throw in junkyards. Do you know how many circuit boards I've found off of good robotics that they've just thrown away?
I could imagine.
I mean, that just
I
sounds
have
like
no such
being a
similar
scrapper.
stories. Alchemical ingredients aren't typically salvageable.
Well, I mean, technically anybody could be labeled as a scrapper for just picking up old scrap. You know what I mean?
I guess. Apparently it's semantics.
Yeah.
Well,
Salvage-
if we're
Yeah,
talking
I mean,
about...
there's plenty of
bringing
engineers
shit-
and stuff too.
I just stole this off a cultist.
Why would a cultist need that?
You don't know the type of cultist you meet in Saphira. You
Murder
don't...
cults.
Oh,
Murder
Murder
cult.
City,
Murder cult.
Death City.
I think
Murder
I
cults in the
ran
Murder
into-
City.
Murder cults in the
I
Question-
ran into a couple of scrappers while looking in junkyards.
I am trying to explain... I'm
servants
trying
tend
to
to take care of it pretty
explain
well.
the cult and their god to him without saying the god's name. I'm trying to figure it out. The god's name is not an info hazard. It is just a audible trigger for me, so I get a bit...
He really, really hates it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, it's a bit more than that, but I love psycho indoctrination and being raised to be a assassin. It's lovely. It's great for your mental health.
I hate that I can somewhat sympathize.
You weirdly do fit the rogue stereotype.
Thanks.
I wasn't raised to be an assassin. I was raised to
You're
be a
welcome.
lab rat. So
Oh.
I was raised to be a tinker and a smith.
yeah.
I'm
It's the reason I
not
just
trying
have
to have an
potions on
edgy
myself. It's just
backstory.
habit at this point.
Sounds like you guys all had it pretty rough.
Yeah, where I'm
It
from,
was normal
demi-humans
for
aren't
me.
exactly looked down upon the
Mine
greatest.
Oh, I just had fucked
was
up parents.
pretty normal in terms of life.
Most demi-humans where I'm from are enslaved, so
Oh, that's fucked up.
yeah. Because I have dog
My
ears and a
condolences.
tail, I'm they believe I'm less.
Which is crazy, because technically, actually, you're more evolved, considering that you have unique features of both a human as well as a canine.
The thought
so.
process is, so demi-humans are weird because they somewhat behave like humans, but they somewhat behave like beasts. In the
You're
way that,
impure.
well, no, not in that respect. Surprisingly, that's not the ideology. Biologically, there's a very substantial difference. So. Where I'm from, there's this thing that we refer to as levels. It's really confusing, and some people compare it to a video game quite frequently. My kind, as our level increases, physically mature. I'm really not all that old, but I look as though I'm in my 20s. I joke that I age in dog years because of leveling. But I'm much younger than those that are around me. I just behave as though I am in my 20s because that is where my level has matured me to, which is a more bestial trait. Humans don't have that trait. They age the same way no matter what, regardless of their level. You could be 6 years old and 60
Excuse me?
levels, and you would be normally. You would still be a 6-year-old. You'd just be a very strong one.
So you guys
Terrifying.
are judged and criticized based on how your people age?
I never said it
least
makes
where
sense.
Coda's
I
from.
just.
Racism
Well,
rarely
no,
makes
no,
sense.
it's too. Yeah, honestly, I've never really heard a time where any form of racism, classism, or any isms really, make any damn sense. Half the time, it's just hate.
Yeah.
That's the reasoning that they use to justify it, though. I mean, it is a true thing. I do age differently.
I've kind of realized that, to a degree, a lot of us haven't shared our names yet. So, I guess I'll start. Hi, you two. I don't know either of your names. I'm Dirge. Yeah, I understand. I have an edgy name.
I'm Coda.
Nice to meet you.
I've heard worse.
I've
I'm
heard
Ren,
much edgier.
Ren Pentagast.
Nice to meet you, Ren. Nice to meet you, Coda.
There's this one guy that just goes by a letter.
Fern.
Is she a tree?
No, they're a fern.
Well,
Also,
I was
I-
kind of the one
like
that
a
formed the
normal-
party, so I had to greet everybody,
after
but
I
helmet.
saw you in Orlando, Sokka. Have you gotten all situated? and
Yeah, I
settled?
got to Dragonspire, then I got to Kelfall, now I live there, and now I commute from Kelfall to here to work. I work here.
Ah, we also live in Calfell.
Yeah. I run the Foxfire Forge.
And I work there.
You've probably seen a lot of the maids that tend to help tend to the
I
place.
can't wait to
And if you've heard explosions, that's probably my fault.
and
That's likely Coda's.
they have these like
Explosions
long,
on
wonderful names for where they live.
Right, what's-
Where do you live, Dirge? Mega Building 636.
You live in Zephyrus City. Say
live
the
in
full
Zeph-
name. You still
I
got
live in
your own
Zephyrus
fantastical
City,
place.
Waterfront
The
District.
Murder City.
Yeah, there you go. The Murder City. There you go. Also, sometimes you'll see me around Calefall, but not
place
living
where
there.
it's
Mostly
better.
just
Down where it's
doing side quests, kind of like what Higgs was telling me to
Know
do.
about that.
Well, I would
live
argue
on
on
the
Murder
moon.
City, but while there is currently a cult of a murder god running a little bit rampant in certain parts of the city, I can't really argue with you.
I mean, just when I arrived here, I was told by pretty much everyone to steer clear of Zephyra because they kind of just kill people for fun.
That's not true. I mean, there are certainly people who kill people for fun there, but they're the bad people. Everywhere's got bad people. This is a lot of people in Zephyra,
best
so
way
you
to
get a lot of
phrase
bad
it,
people.
It's just
It's
a
a-
very statistically high amount of people
It's-
who like to kill people.
It's a very, very. The best way to phrase it, it's a very lawless city. Rather than a government, there is a council ran by rich people. So, yes,
Oh, that
there
always
are
works
people
out
who
great.
do live in this. There's a lot of bounty hunters. There's a lot of bounty hunters who love their job just a little bit too much. But there's a very wide cast of people. Because you do have a lot of very dark-willed individuals, but you have a lot of people who genuinely do try to bring a lot of light into those dark places. So, depending on where you are and who you're talking to, you can genuinely find some of the most intelligent minds this world could ever present. But then in the same day, in the same second, you could probably find one of the most dark, disgusting monsters imaginable. And they both would look the exact same.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
If I remember correctly, the bounty hunting guilds were a lot more not organized or official back in the day.
I don't
Technically,
think I've
yeah.
heard anything
Guardian
about
District
official
was made
bounties.
from a prison.
The district is a prison? Like the whole district?
The prison got so big that eventually it ended up being what would be considered a prison district. And then Gildir, whenever they were basically formulating some plans and stuff to modify and change the city, decided, hey, we have this entire prison that's getting overstocked, not doing with anyone. Let's make this into something. So it became Guardian District, and a lot of the prisoners were reformed into these peacekeepers on very tight leashes, mind you, but being able to be a form of peacekeeping whenever, like, for instance, Purple zombies from a different dimension attack.
Fuck
Green
that.
zombies
Yeah, I
from
heard
a
about
different
that one.
dimension attack.
I wasn't there for that
Angels
one.
that are not angels decide to attack.
Church on
Basically, giant things where we need to kind of send people to help defend the city. And eventually, a lot of the original criminals that kind of were essentially being recruited kind of faded away. It then got used to actually have a appropriate system for vigilantes and like heroes, so to say. So they actually had a organized system to work through. That kind of fell apart a little bit because of a lot of internal struggles, as well as the fact that eventually a lot of these heroes turned out to be full-blooded mercenaries who just wanted money. So they decided to go to different PMCs, different organizations, different groups. And now what we got left in Guardian is essentially mostly just people who genuinely do want to help protect the city, myself included.
If I recall correctly from some of the news reports, there was also a lot of talk of reintegration programs for prisoners with lesser, I guess, heinous crimes or records. Having them do
I'm
construction
technically one of those
work
people.
and other things around the city.
I came from zero, had a really, 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 really bad long record, and needed a good place for my daughter to be safe. So Gildir gave me the option to, quote unquote, work away my sins. So he had me working. What was it? What? I can say these things.
Name.
Oh, sorry. Big deer man.
I mean, they're a counselor, aren't they?
Nah, not anymore.
Formerly not?
Yeah, former council member. But he basically had me work, what was it? Double the hours for half the pay, but my daughter, safe home, never know hunger, never know strife. She'll be safe somewhere, and it was essentially working off a lot of the things from my record. So by the time that my daughter's old enough to be able to understand things, hopefully she'll never know her father was any of those things. And it's been good for me. Take a lot of my skills, use them for good. They're finally reducing my hours a bit and fixing my pay and getting me back pay. So I have upgraded from ramen noodle cups to pre-made sandwiches.
That is a substantial upgrade.
It's a big upgrade. All right, a lot of people look at me all sad, but like, hey, a roast beef sandwich kills compared to just a ramen noodle cup.
Yeah.
All right, it's
I'm
an
not the
upgrade.
greatest of cooks. My ration packs are usually rather crap, so I completely understand.
I need
I
to
get
give
you.
you
I help
food.
you with improving your ration packs.
I'm good at baking, not at cooking.
I just need
It's
to.
different.
I just.
Also, you know the maids can help
You've
you
done a
with
lot,
that.
so I feel like I
I
just should
don't
at least
spend
give you
all of
something
my
nice
time
every
at the
now and then
shop.
to say thanks.
The only kind of things I need is just
gamblers.
the city getting a little bit more clean. That's
Yeah?
enough for me, man.
I understand that. This is definitely not going to be something you need. It's just going to be something nice. Helps with up here.
Look, when it comes to doing this, magic adventures, damn right I want my fucking reward. I want my gold. I want a cool sword that flies in the air and comes back to me. I want armor that makes me jump super high. When it comes to Saphira, I don't want a title. I don't want rewards. I don't want imagery. I just want bad guy gone and my daughter's home safe.
Helmet, this isn't going to be a reward. This is two friends saying thanks to each other. I'm giving you.
Yeah, but you can just say
little-
thank you.
Yeah, and then I'm also going to give you. I'm a baker. I'm also going to give you some baked goods so to make you happy, because you, as one of my
Well,
friends,
I'm happy.
I enjoy making happier. Then
It is so much fun making you struggle like that. If you'd like to make me some food, I would be very thankful.
thank you, for fuck's sake.
It's so easy. I love this dude. It's so much fun.
Was it time for my tragic backstory then?
It's like what I do to my party leader. I carry chocolate around to tease them with it. I can't
Yeah?
eat it. I
Chocolate?
know I can't eat it. I just have chocolate bars because they're very food motivated. I can win any argument by pulling out a bar.
What type of chocolate
pulling out a
bars?
bar of chocolate. Sea salt and caramel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Damn.
Can't stay around here, I'll get too hungry.
Right?
But I can't eat
Okay,
them.
those are-
So...
I can.
Very
Such a
good,
damn
but I
shame.
prefer-
Maybe you should maybe you should
milk
spare one or
chocolate,
two.
sea
I
salt,
did
Yeah.
slay a mutant hound by feeding it a chocolate bar one time though. That was fun.
That's fucked up.
Damn.
That's
I
like
mean, I'm an
deboning a
alchemist.
skeleton.
Making poisons is very normal for me. So using chocolate as a poison really isn't that far fetched.
Yeah, trust me. Ooh. Well, actually, he wouldn't know understand the context behind this, but Helmet certainly does. I mean, my boss is Marge, so I very much understand the
I was told to come and beat you up.
using poisons.
Ooh, actually,
I
Caleb,
just use a
question.
lot of really shady stuff for
I
very
did say
good.
I was gonna come and beat you up. I didn't actually mean it.
I know
Uh,
someone
Caleb,
who'd love.
Yeah,
question.
go beat them up. And I said, okay.
I can certainly
So
try.
if I heard right when it, oh, Dylan stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things that
cold.
that I heard is when it comes to like finding like magic equipment and like all kinds of rare oddities, you have to go through
I do well
like
in
dungeons and stuff, right?
I hate it.
But
Okay, so dungeons happen, yes, but that's more
If you need my
for
jacket, I can offer it to you
the
for that gold.
cardinal and
No,
vassal
I'm
parties.
fine.
It's
You're
like a weird
okay.
side effect of the weapons that they wield.
Or I
They're
can
like
buy her.
soulbound to them. They can't remove them. The only way to part with the weapon is to perish. But
had to do last
they
year.
have this weird affinity
I got
and
some
gravity,
new
and it's
clothes.
weird and confusing. And quite frankly, I still don't fully understand it, even though I've been fighting alongside
I
the
can
cardinal spear for
craft it
years.
Like she left.
She's leaving, yeah.
But yeah, dungeons exist, but it's really hard to find them.
Yeah, my
a lot of our
sister
magic
said
Okay, so
that.
those
relics
are
aren't
those are
actually
mostly
found
just
in
for the
dungeons.
Partners.
so those are mostly just for the weapon hero people.
I mean, if you went out and looking for a dungeon, I'm sure you'd find a dungeon. It's just we have this uncanny ability to just find them, and I think it's a side effect of the weapons.
Okay.
Like I don't think there's actually anything that prevents non-wielders from going in. It's more so just hard to find them without.
We could make cherry soda.
Maybe next time.
I mean,
That's at least my understanding.
if you
of it.
think
I could be
about it,
entirely
It's
however,
okay, I'll
off
probably get a land
it's not like
there.
are not like finding a gang hideout or finding a cultist hideout just the Sephiran version of a dungeon.
I'm not too busy.
Technically, but we don't really
They have tech
get.
stuff.
Well, yeah, but technically we don't really get rewards from clearing out those. Normally we just get bruises, injuries, and the occasional bout of
Don't you get the
trauma.
guns?
They do not
I
loot.
mean, sometimes, but like, they never have guns that you want. Most of them are busted, old, kind of deteriorated, and 90% of the time, I'm a guy who likes speed. So I like machine guns, maybe some pistols, real quick things that I can like quickly be able to use to be
murder
agile.
cultist
Half
weaponry
the
is
time, these
rather-
fuckers just have fat shotguns.
The murder cultist weapons are actually rather consistently well made, which is terrifying.
Plastic that you turn into grape soda.
Well, yeah, but I have laser Uzis.
Yeah, that's fair. But you can always just like grab those grab those guns, right? That these guys have. Throw it in a sack after you're like, done with everything. Then just sell it to someone. They're unmarked guns.
Well, yeah,
you could
but
likely
like,
turn it into the police force and say that these are unregistered firearms that like
Yeah,
compensate you. Excuse me.
well, I
I'm
mean,
also pretty sure
normally.
some police forces have buyback, gun buybacks.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Well, I mean, I can turn them in literally to the district that I'm at, but
I can also
once
turn it
again,
into Guardian.
when it comes to Saphira, I do my job and I
Okay,
leave
I'll
fast
go
enough
line
that people
fork.
don't know I was there.
You'll have a good night.
That's
I forgot what
You do.
Saphira's not where I'm going to go on adventures and stuff like that.
No, Saphira's a place that needs to be fixed, not a place to be
Adventures are
enjoyed.
more like, I mean, survival training.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's some towns that always have the occasional bandit posting.
I roasted a lot.
Even Caleful deals with those from time to time.
Bandits just sound like poor people who have just simply fallen on hard times and need to rather be re-educated and re-supported by society
Feels
rather
really
than
cold.
actually killed.
Does it feel really
Not. Well, I mean,
Always.
a lot of the bandit problems are a incapacitate, not kill, especially around Calefall. There are the cereal bandits.
Is that really cool?
Praise be the mother.
Ones that do it
They
for
don't
fun
do
more
it
than
because
need.
hard times.
I got
Exactly.
cold.
I need
Such
to
as
upgrade
slavers.
from wooden swords before I start fighting bandits.
No, let them live.
I need to downgrade from a high frequency sword before I
You could
start
take the
fighting
equipment from
bandits.
I've seen people around that
Right.
just fight with baseball
Right.
bats as a wooden stick really all
You're
the
gonna
way.
witness the way of the world. This
I
is the way of the world.
think so. Well, every time I look around at everyone else, they have like really cool magic swords or like magic weapons and magic armor and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of.
I mean, like, the most magical thing about this is how I wield it. Like,
To be
there's
fair,
two
a
of
lot of
them
us
here.
just kind of find those
Then
things.
you'll
They
just
kind
be
of
like,
spark a
oh,
little
Like,
bit
for example,
when they hit each
the
other.
sword
but
that
it's-
I found while adventuring. The clothes that I found, they're materials that I found out
chasing her.
while adventuring.
Would inspire creativity, I guess.
Skills I learned, found through scrolls that I found adventuring.
Yeah, it could. It could.
I don't.
Well,
I don't
well,
know,
it's
yours
gotta-
is not great.
Personally made.
These were passed down. I miss my old rapier. I miss it a lot.
Sorry, you were gonna say something. What? What was anything?
Oh, just like I guess I've just been trying to take my time with it because I'm normally used to having just my motorcycle equipment, my thermal blade, my stuff, confident, feel good with it. I feel completely out of place with all of this.
Should I like?
And I'm trying to learn how to actually
retired with them,
how to actually
it
fight
really
with two
was.
swords, which I have been practicing a bit.
Oh,
I've been
I mean,
learning
I
how
can
to
help with that.
actually do certain practice with. Well, I've been so like I know how to fight with one sword, and I've heard that for the most part, it's mostly getting used to the experience of using two. So I found these YouTube videos that have been helping teach me these like beginning reps for how to actually like position and hold my weapons, how to actually like perform certain maneuvers and stuff. I'm more or less just practicing, so I understand how the hell I do what I do.
Oh, I got so scared. I got so scared.
Fighting with
I
two
got so
swords
scared
always
that something
confused
happened.
me, but I fight with two of these.
I just saw a bubble.
Basically, just really big punch daggers that I can throw if I need to.
Okay.
They fly like a frisbee.
Something tells me that like my weapon choice is gonna constantly change based on what I actually find.
Praise be the. I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah,
That's
I'll just
okay.
experiment around. I dearly miss my rapier, but these are much more useful for my situation
I mean,
nowadays.
More I think about.
have dual blades.
Isn't that Rogue's gun?
It was a gift.
You got the trigger discipline right, but don't flank me with it.
I've lost. Nope, I've got it.
You
Dual weapon
The more
fighting.
you think about
got something to say.
Dual weapon fighting. Generally, as a whole, it works better. Having two of the same weapon isn't ideal. What you want is really a weapon that's focused on defense and a weapon focused on offense.
I think it's just because like a lot of people were like. what was it?
So, for example, here, my dagger in my left hand is for parrying. Still can attack people, obviously, but it's mainly for parrying. And then here's my stab you dagger.
Yeah, a parrying dagger and a sword are quite a common pair. Two full-length swords are rather weird to accommodate in a fight, I've noticed.
This is gonna be
Well, luckily
annoying to
these
pull
girls
out.
are actually relatively short. I
They are.
can just barely even fit a second hand actually on it.
'Cause I know
That's actually why I actually chose these. Well, I originally chose them because what was it?
That's like a Tonto, right?
Yeah, there's this teacher over in the Red Wilds, Liam. He actually was going to teach me how to do weapon enchantments. Because that was going to be my first lesson into magic and stuff like that.
here.
This happened accidentally. Once again, Steve's spirit. What I'm thinking of is
I
he's
don't
going to
really
teach
know
me,
what to
and
do other
I'm
than
going
just
to
give me
apply
boobs.
wind to this one. And I thought about calling this my polar vortex. You know, like wind and ice together.
I mean, I have
I don't know
one
if
for,
Riel likes
it's
ladies or not,
I have,
so
flash
please
freeze
don't.
potions, and then I have alchemist fire.
Like, at least.
When I throw
You were
both
just
of them,
all- Well,
there's only one way to find out.
Cloud.
Please
I'm
don't.
an alchemist.
At least respect
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I'll
Same
just
time,
look-
it,
I wanna
creates
look at
this
my
massive
sword. I mean, it's
explosion
not
of
bad.
ice shards, and
It's a
I
cool sword.
typically refer to that as a
No,
flash freeze
just
relay,
stop
so-
that.
Go there.
I'm gonna make
Your
your
voice sound
sword
like a bot
green.
that I've met.
Okay.
Well,
That's
you're the
cool
ones
as
who
shit.
gave me the sword and it was
This
red.
is really,
so
really neat, dude. Like, you using your potions and
I'm
stuff
gonna
together.
make
That's really fucking cool.
Please don't make me. I mean,
It's,
actually,
it's-
This is made out of
Whoopee.
the Scarletite.
yes.
It's just like making them, but using them to fight.
You know what? No, I'm gonna make it so that it changes between red and green
It's
for
still Christmas.
Christmas.
is also a good one.
I mean, I'd like it to be green. I don't really like the color red.
I just realized. You're more than welcome to keep it.
I mean, that's a pretty easy visual enchantment that you just gotta put on it to change it.
Well,
Yeah, I store quite a lot of
I'm not really sure it can be
I'll put
enchanted
an
anymore.
enchantment on it. That every time you pull it out, it starts going through different colors and it starts playing music.
Are you gonna put a speaker in the pommel as well?
Well, Stella and I think her
No, just every time you pull it out, it's just it's like a prestidigitation. No, it'll start going through the different colors and it'll just start playing really low quality music.
Making into bottles again.
Please don't. I'm a stealth expert. I can't have music playing from my sword. Then again, if I pulled out this sword, I'm not really doing stealth anymore because I know it fucking glows.
Just kind of,
But it must be really scary, though. It must be really cool.
Usually
You
there's
just see
some
darkness,
aspect
and you
of
just
it
see
that we like
that
or you
lights
don't
on my
like.
helmet, and then this come up
And you can always
shing,
take
and
those
it's like,
to the various people
ooh.
and kind of,
I better look cool.
how do I put this?
Do I look cool?
Combine certain things that you
Fuck
like
yeah, I look cool.
to create something new that kind of works.
I look
more
cooler
towards
when I'm
what
in
you
Cooler
the
than
my.
what the first was brought upon you.
If that makes any sense. And if whatever it is that you
Yeah, it
find
does.
Thanks.
or you get doesn't really suit your needs, then I'm sure that there's somebody in your party or
Last time
somebody
we talked, I
locally
was
that
still in
probably
Greek
could use
armor.
it.
Oh, you're that guy.
Guess at some point I'll actually need a party.
I
don't
know.
know. We'll see how it goes.
It's
Who would
definitely
be
worth
along the
having.
way.
You
and all
almost
that kind
shot
of stuff.
Voxes.
Always worth
The
having a
Elixir.
party. Or at least friends that you can regularly go on jobs with. Even if it's
I did
not
not
necessary.
speak to him. I only wanted
party, but just
to
having
see
people around
if he
is
needed help.
He didn't
It's
seem to
true.
like
He
you
almost
too
shot
much.
me.
Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built by one person.
Because I followed him, probably.
Definitely, very much so.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, I got. Thankfully, I managed to have another conversation
We'll
with
see where we meet
him,
along the
calmed
way.
him down,
Make some good connections.
made
make
him
some more
feel
friends
welcome
about it.
here,
That was
and
good.
now he's well, he's quite a remarkable man. He's he's gone and evolved into what he calls a vandal,
Now they're like an extension of myself.
and he's got all this extra tech and stuff he's got around, and he's
I
good
have
friends
always
with
been
quite a few
open
people
about
now,
using
so-
whatever's available, so I will gladly give whatever it is a try.
Something that
I just thought that fighting with a metal disc was kind of weird, especially
Yeah.
having been a
He's
rapier
not the
user
big.
before that.
Vox isn't the biggest
That
fan
is
of
kind of a
Guardians.
jump, ain't it?
It was a very weird change. I went from this very
But I think I'll get
So,
him.
Marsh got
swordsmanship
marked.
to I punch real good.
Exactly. Just let someone else.
This Marsh got
It's
marked.
really good.
Yeah,
Yes,
the fun part is bouncing them off the wall behind a target.
I like the way my
Just
sword
like them
looks.
in a dress and you telling me they look like
Also-
cursed to be Malleus's people.
I think the most fun one I've done though is I've on more rocky terrain I could bounce them off the floor up and into the bottom of someone's chin. For monsters.
The name angers you.
Very helpful for monsters that are close to the ground and you can't get
Please don't say that name.
Think before you
You have
throw.
a lot of trigger
Think before you
words.
throw.
I just have. It's
Okay,
very
I
easy to
threw
figure them
I
out
threw a
once you
six-pack
realize
ring
them.
once.
Once you realize my past.
Yeah,
And then
just
That's why I always
look
stick
for
with
the
the helmet.
angry eyes and the gasping.
To throw it somewhere else.
Exactly.
But make sure not to safe run.
Get some metal like.
Yeah, you don't want to
You're
waste
there,
your
right.
throwable.
Yeah.
Because then you have to go over and pick it up if it's something that you can pick up, or it just shatters on
Speaking
you.
of the last time I have
Well, it's
spoken
more
with
so I
them,
threw a six-pack ring into like
I
the
got
Missy
obliterated
Shore,
by
like,
Adam
the Shore.
Smasher.
The Missy
Oh,
Shore
no, there's a
Institute.
no, there's a
Adam
fish.
Smasher. Jesus.
Well, the
That's
ocean
just
was
polluting.
right
That's just polluting.
I didn't need
Someone
it.
that
The
has to
ocean
relive
was right
death
there.
after
There was
Aren't
death.
you
no
like
trash
literally made of
I
star?
know how
Just
that
burn
feels now.
can. I've tried. I have not gotten the hang
First
of
time I
like,
have died, I
you know,
got thrown off
conjuring
of the
fire.
old
accurately,
Lotus's
at least.
building. From the Soul-mentioned church that
I
he
will learn that
talked
eventually,
about.
though.
Aren't you
Fucking
just
hell.
like made
Second
of
time with the
fire?
Smasher.
It sucks dying over and over again, doesn't it?
I
I mean, yes, but the thing is,
Yeah, it does.
What are you doing here?
I am
I know how it
taking
feels
that as a
now,
start,
and
but
that's
War
not
games are
nice.
you
something
know,
else.
it's like, I mean, my clothes aren't on fire. They don't
Yeah, but
burn
couldn't you
because
just
I'm
let it
wearing them.
catch fire?
Is that why your helmet's a skull?
Working.
Sort of just a bit of a morbid joke to yourself?
No, it's a projection
I
for
mean,
the
could you
helmet.
not consciously do it?
I have a face under the helmet, but then
Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's why I said your helmet's a skull. It's like a morbid joke to yourself. Died so many times.
Thank you, by the way, for the.
I wasn't thinking about that. I just thought the helmet looked cool.
Yeah, I had to ignore. I can understand that. Fair.
That's wonderful.
When we
I just
get
kind of
our
have a
requisition
negative
points up on the
perception.
ship.
I just have
Gotta
a
spend it on something that looks
lodestones?
I have negative perceptions of skulls to a degree. I understand why some people wear them and stuff, but you know, the cult that I hate uses a skull as one of their icons. Specifically, a skull with 12 blood drops around it.
Well, at least this one doesn't have money around it.
No,
we
it
should
doesn't.
have a surplus from the ones that you could have brought us.
I did drop off
We should make more of mending scrolls.
care package of rations to the charity, though.
I went through
We
all
should
of
have
mine
enough for,
during the
like,
wave,
Oh.
the ones that we provided for their
20 more?
Which one?
Or
The
enough to make 20
ICCA?
more?
The one in Industrial. The one in...
Oh,
Go to the
Finnegan's
keep at some
charity.
point and
Yeah.
ask if they have the ingredients for something for sale.
Everyone calls it the Bayo9
Holidays are
charity.
coming up.
Actually, I guess it is literally got Bayo9 charity on the thing. He needs a better name for it. Knowing the bastard, he probably wouldn't want his name on his
I need
charity.
to see if I can find
He's
more components
sometimes
for
annoyingly humble.
my rifle that I haven't touched in a while.
I assume you've
Well,
met
I also
Finnegan
have to ask
if
Miss
you've been
Dave about going
donating.
back to the Lost Island.
Human man,
More of that moss
ginger hair.
and that water.
Oh, white coat.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
white
it would
coat.
be really good if we made a trip there.
Seemingly impossible to make upset, and always seems to offer advice.
Also, Opal would like the pineapple jerky, probably.
Oh, 100%. She was eating that stuff like every day.
She ate all the ones that I gave her all the ones that I had left over from my last trip there.
I am amazed
Yeah,
that
we
he's
ran
a
out within, like, a
pacifist.
week.
But I only know
That
two
way
in
was fine.
Saphira, and both of them fucking amaze me to no end.
But I'm probably gonna have to make some modifications to last
I
night,
mean,
as I've
one
called
of
it.
them especially amazes me
Yeah,
to
the
know
If I wanna
how
put-
really good.
cute they are and
Mhm.
how beautiful they
I
are
also want
and
to see if
how
I can learn more
well,
about Umber from
how
Lee.
much of an amazing of a person,
Well, that's a very,
and
very large order.
how many
I think.
lives she saves, and how
Trust me, I know
little
how
she
that
thinks
feels.
about
I
herself
mean,
sometimes. But she and how much
Yeah, but like,
even the simplest
It'd be a new
mistakes,
setting
she's
anyway.
so constantly overthinking about it, and
It's,
she's so forgiving and
Yee.
understanding, and
Love
I should-
struck. You are
you said
feeling
still
love
lives in
struck
the
right
desert.
now?
I'm not gonna be home
love
tonight,
struck.
alright?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. I mean, I am dating her.
No,
I
I
know how
mean, in
that
theory,
feels.
they probably could make it back
And a wife.
late,
Either two and then more.
but they probably are
Same
gonna.
feelings
Had a
as you.
I
wife.
wouldn't be surprised if they camp out
Condolences.
there.
I can brew potions tonight and don't have
We
to
all
worry about
pass
getting
on.
clocked upside the head.
I guess.
I will snitch on you.
Many missions, and if you would like
But
a home,
same as you.
at least a home away from home.
They have their quirks.
Late.
That's why you can never stop loving them.
Boring.
Yeah.
If
How am
I
I
get in
supposed to-
trouble,
How am I supposed to innovate if I have to sleep?
We have plenty of
you can
What?
innovate on a normal sleep schedule.
You sound like some
Creations have been made in
Helmet.
half-awake stupor.
helmet. 100%. This man and Marge
I
need to
will
meet.
not tell Stella only if.
I'll talk to you about it. I have an idea.
Whenever she gets out of whatever fucking situation she's in right now.
Surprisingly
Medical
not
coma.
at the moment.
Okay, well then how about this?
Yeah,
I
it's
will
a snazzy way to
provide you
call it.
potions that nullify your headache if you don't snitch.
I was going to say you clean the stables this week.
I have the means to stop your headaches.
I apologize.
That is true.
All you
That's
have
a
to do is
better
clean
one.
the stable and not snitch.
Okay, that's true. Fair.
The audacity for you to even imagine that I would do such
But cleaning out the chocobo stables takes forever.
You're the one who wanted them.
I mean, they're good for shipments.
It looks like an entire
I didn't want chocobos. I said there's going to be a lot of
They're
responsibility.
good for hauling large shipments. So we got
A
two
lot of
of them.
responsibility. You could have just asked Adrian and his party to ship them.
What happens
God knows he'd
when you
take the job.
People that work under you technically.
I mean, I can. I mean, we're probably gonna need to ask them to escort
have a
a shipment.
caravan, yeah.
We're probably gonna need to ask them to escort a shipment in a couple weeks, or one of the parties to escort a shipment in a couple weeks.
She's doing
How's your daughter doing, by the
I
way?
just finished a large shipment for one of the.
Oh, she's doing great.
It's good to
They're
hear.
a couple days away.
We got her going to these well, we don't, my bad. She saw a video online, so she's going to these little dance classes for these little kids now. It's basically just ballroom dancing for kids. She really loves it.
I mean, with the snow, I hope it's not blocked
She's
off.
quite
I know the season's
industrious
a bit of an
and
issue.
adventurous 3-year-old, isn't she?
Okay, Clary. Away for Christmas.
Yeah.
I just realized we have to make modifications to some of
3
the
years
parts
old.
to
She's
deal
already
with
taken a lot of
that
leaps and
amount of
bounds.
snow.
I'm proud of her.
Oh, you're talking about Christmas?
She has to get that from
We're gonna
somewhere.
have to make sled attachments, aren't I?
Either that or you could put treads on them.
Must have been from whoever the hell her mom was.
Only one. She doesn't know what's going on.
I should definitely
Don't put
get
yourself
going.
down like that, Helmet. You're a
Oh,
good
I should
dad.
probably, I'm bad with
maybe one
phones.
day.
Could you just put in your contact for the troll hunting thing?
Yeah, of course. I got you.
Technically, she's only
I'm
like
so
5
brutal
or
at using
6
these things.
months old. But the doctor
No worries at all. I'll do some reading and learning on how the hell to use sending stones correctly, so that way I can try to communicate with as many people as possible.
I mean, I really do need to get better at using this.
So we're kind of.
Oh, I can just get it off of you, to be fair. But that way
yeah,
it's
that works, yeah.
Serious.
Do you have a phone as well?
She's technically growing.
I know you've only
at
been here a
two
few
de-
days.
2 times
Since
the
I can
speed
use a
as
sending
normal
stone.
infant.
That's much easier for me.
Much easier.
There you go.
Concerns me for a few
Thank you.
reasons. But I'm pretty sure you can already.
Do you
assume-
want
Alright.
any of me? Do you want me to bring back anything from the for food from the shop or
And
for the
we're
shop?
all from the
Yes,
same place.
But I'm hoping that she doesn't have the same life
Yeah.
expectancy.
Yeah, we're
as a
also all in
normal
Kalefall, so it should be relatively easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
I'll
guess
probably see
you
about
I'll wait for a text message.
I'm also a
I got you. I'll go and hit up the town first. Go ahead and see what the area is like. Talk to some of the people.
Is there any
I'm a
food
good
you
talker.
want back?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should give the whole how I act warning.
Yes.
Maybe
Always.
probably like to the party
long
members
answer,
who
I'm
don't know
probably
me
going to
well.
make something back at Reese's.
Yeah,
I am going home.
Oh, okay.
I
Using
feel
my
like no
voice
matter
at home,
what
not
you
the one at the
say, they'll need to experience it.
By all means, we're closing in 10
Fair
minutes.
enough. The
And to be
Dirging.
fair,
It's
to be
quiet over
fair,
at the shop.
To be fair, your
the maids always give me a
dirging
hell of a
really isn't
staying
that
too
like dark, brutal, or anything. You just like to go forward and do a lot of scouting in the shadows.
oh,
Makes sense.
I know. I meant more the violent tendencies part.
It's not like you're using it.
that's fair.
She's running.
We're gonna be fighting giant trolls. I don't think anyone's gonna mind.
Yeah, but I might.
See you tomorrow.
It's alright. I trust you.
They
Yeah,
grow
it's-
up to
it's fine, I'll be fine.
As your party lead, I am confident in those I've
very
picked.
long time. Granted, Fable is weird.
You don't
and
think
doesn't
you're a
have,
good
you know,
dad?
a natural body.
I was gonna say
He
that
didn't even
baby's
have a
gonna have
body.
one hell of a quick child.
Shut up.
Might as well make sick for every moment you got.
You really just
Speaking
did
of which,
it.
since-
You really just did the. You've got. You've got this, my boy.
Because
me.
basically, let me do the math real
It's instinct. Alright, it's
technically
instinct.
5 to
Okay.
6
Aren't I older than
now,
you,
but they say
technically?
she's physically 10 months. So basically,
Yeah, well, do you know how many times that I've ended up in situations where just, whether it just be the things I say or the things I do?
No. I must.
every month older.
You have more life experience than me, mainly because I can't remember half of it, and also, to be fair, I doubt I didn't get much of it, so I must admit, you're probably more experienced than me in
I'm
matters
trying
like
to do the
this.
math because saying that she ages twice as fast is a bit weird because it's not.
I mean, also, I'm cheating because I'm a species that ages up, becomes, hits adulthood really quickly, so.
That's not really how
That's also true.
Mentally, she'd still be.
But no, I'm just more so used to the fact that,
Or
in a world of people who don't give a shit, showing someone the most mild form of kindness can build a bond really fucking quick. So, I don't know. I just noticed things a lot of people don't always tend to look, or tend to overlook. And then, well, I end up with a weirdly sized family. Nobody adopted. I don't do any of that nonsense. But
Yeah, I've got that
I don't know.
issue. I've shown mild kindness to someone who got attacked by murder cultists, and now I have a little cyber psycho to deal with.
Like how like Fable's race
Well,
works,
little. She's taller than you. You know the lady in the red jacket with the mantis blades.
oh, that one.
Yeah, she's ex-Maelstrom.
Good luck on that one. That much is kind of clear.
But once she probably hits
Yeah, well,
age,
X
she
is the
might
operative word
start
here, so
growing
she's
a new
trying to be
lane,
better. She's a lot
with how
she's a
Fable
lot
worked
more
was he was
personable when she
shouted
isn't
really
coming
quickly, and
down
he was
from
almost at a
using her
standstill
implants.
with where he is now.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
Because of the
Yeah.
environments that he's been in have
Like me,
physically
when you
changed him.
give me
He hasn't
chocolate
really
and
actually
make me watch Kamen
grown
Rider, I'm a lot better then.
physically, like age-wise.
Understood.
Oh, we finished X8, by the way.
The thing that affects him. But
Oh, hell
he
yeah.
still, you know, went from the
I'll
tiny
catch some on
boy
my
to all
phone.
that
I can go ahead and
was
finish
when
it
he
up.
is
I think I've
now.
only got like 3 or 4
He's
episodes
been
left.
a year or two,
Oh yeah, they're really fucking good though.
and he's kind of been like that.
Yeah. Hate that I'm missing it with you guys, but
Yeah, I don't.
If you're busy, you're busy. That's fine. We're not gonna hate you. We might be doing build next. We might be doing Geats. We don't know.
Which has been a
oh, you guys should do Drive. Really good.
I knew you were going to say that.
more than likely. As long
Yeah,
as
what do I?
Talking stupid again. He's going to outlive me.